by a thread. The price of distraction on the road. The video begins with a first-person shot from a helmet-mounted camera. Everything seems peaceful. The motorcyclist rides along a busy highway, but traffic flows at a moderate speed, with vehicles and other bikes moving in the same direction. But within seconds, a scooter makes a sudden and dangerous left turn, violently colliding with the side of a car ahead and ejecting both the rider and passenger. On the road, every second and every inch matter. A moment of haste or recklessness can cause serious injuries and lifelong trauma. Respect the rules, always signal, and prioritize life. The invisible trap. The silent accident in the forbidden lane. The video begins with a group of motorcyclists riding through an urban area, passing by a tourist spot, the Obelisk, in Sao Paulo. Everything seems peaceful. The group rides in a line on the left lane, apparently a bus or exclusive lane. But within seconds, the lead rider hits an obstacle on the road, loses control, and crashes abruptly, causing the next motorcyclist to fall as well.
Vai segurar na moralzinha aqui, ele já encosta do lado de nós. Mano, não deu pra dar um grau, tá cheio de carro, mano. Ai, meu Deus do céu. Puta que pariu, mano.
Calma.
Machucou?
Areia, mano.
Tá tudo bem?
Não, tô bem. Ai, que bom. Areia, velho.
Keep a safe distance and never trust that the road is clean. The obstacle you don't see could be right ahead, and your safety depends on how much room you leave to react.
Levanta.
The fatal fall on the dangerous curve. The fire of recklessness. The video begins with helmet footage from a rider on a yellow sports bike. Everything seems peaceful. The motorcyclist rides down a dual-lane mountain road at high speed, surrounded by green hills and blue skies. But within seconds, he misjudges a sharp curve, loses control, crashes violently, and the motorcycle bursts into flames, turning into a fireball on the roadside.
Já é.
Caramba, agora, acidente agora, aqui em Poços. Os meninos acabou de sair de onde a gente tava, trombou no guarda-reio e explodiu a moto.
The thrill of speed lasts only a moment, but the consequences of recklessness can last forever. No rush of adrenaline is worth total loss, or losing your life. Save the speed for the racetrack. Fatal collision in the wrong lane. The price of impatience at the traffic light. The video begins with a nighttime view of a highway, recorded from a helmet-mounted camera. Everything seems calm. Traffic flows smoothly in the left lane, and the motorcyclist follows another bike toward a traffic light that's clearly turning yellow. But in seconds, a motorcycle speeding in the wrong direction on the right lane grazes the cameraman's bike and crashes head-on into the vehicle just ahead, causing an instant fall.
Mago doido do caralho, boy.
Vai doido, caralho.
Oxe, o mago.
Eu que? Pulou o parede.
Hurry blinds you, and irresponsibility on the road turns seconds into chaos. One person's recklessness endangers everyone's life. Respect the rules. Life is always worth more than any time saved.
Senhora, mosquei, mano, agora. Ó. Tranquilo, tá tranquilo. Não, tá tranquilo. Foi só arranhão só mesmo. Não.
The danger of the night. Unexpected fall causes trauma and loss. The video begins with helmet footage of a night ride through a narrow, dark street. Everything seems peaceful. The rider moves at a moderate speed, the street is quiet, and the headlight illuminates the uneven pavement. But within seconds, the front wheel locks or slips on something invisible, ejecting the rider and dropping the motorcycle onto the road.
Boa! Oh, por incrível que pareça, eu não sei, velho. Hã?
A frente só saiu, Zé.
Foi corrente, né, velho? Foi o quê?
A sua frente saiu.
É, eu vi, a roda travou, não entendi não, ué.
Sua frente saiu do nada, velho.
Você flagou, Zé? Eu também não entendi, mano.
Não, do nada. A roda da frente ainda saiu de jeito. Eu não entendi não, velho. Não, quebrou.
Confidence can be the enemy of caution, especially at night. In the dark, speed multiplies the risk. Slow down and stay alert. Make sure you get home safe. Dangerous maneuver. The risk of riding fast through the night corridor. The video begins with helmet camera footage showing a motorcyclist's perspective on a high-speed urban road at night, with a GPS mounted on the dashboard. Everything seems calm. The rider maintains a steady speed, around 80 to 87 kilometers per hour, visible on the speedometer, splitting lanes between vehicles. But within seconds, as he tries to quickly overtake a group of cars and a pickup truck moving slowly, the motorcyclist clips another vehicle on his left, loses control, and crashes violently onto the pavement.
Hã? Ai, caralho, segura, segura! Levanta. Levanta.
Lane splitting is an option, not a right-of-way at high speed. On the road, the maximum speed must be dictated by safety, not by haste.
Login कर रहा है राघव उतर राघव बाइक उठवाइयो तो रुक बहन चोद भैया इसको रोकना
Accident on the fast curve. The unexpected tire slip on asphalt. The video begins with helmet camera footage showing a motorcyclist on a high-speed road, apparently a racetrack or a winding highway, under natural daylight. Everything seems calm. The bike is going fast through a long left-hand curve, following a group of other riders. The asphalt appears dry at first, but within seconds, as the rider leans into the turn, he completely loses control of the rear wheel, which slides out, throwing him violently to the right and sending him skidding across the shoulder.
Pneu grudou, velho. Que porra do pneu grudou? Pneu grudou. Não aconteceu nada, não.
At high speed, the slightest mistake or flaw in the asphalt can lead to a painful outcome. Gear protects the body, but caution protects the journey. Number 8. The danger of the tight corridor. The silent fall from lack of space. The video begins with a side-mounted camera focusing on the rider's leg and rear brake pedal, showing a motorcyclist on a high-speed highway or expressway under daylight, low camera angle. Everything seems calm. The rider accelerates while lane splitting, with cars moving on both sides, passing under a viaduct at visibly high speed. But within seconds, as he enters an area of heavier traffic, the motorcycle grazes the side of a truck or semi in the left lane, loses balance, and crashes, spinning across the asphalt. The corridor isn't a straight line, but a constant calculation of risk. Space is worth more than speed. A single inch can mean the difference between moving forward and falling down.
You want to sit down?
Worn tire plus sudden maneuver equals immediate fall on a city street. The video begins with helmet camera footage showing a motorcyclist on a tree-lined urban street with traffic and parked cars on both sides, under natural daylight. Everything seems calm. The rider approaches a roundabout, yields, and enters the main road, where parked cars and moderate traffic fill the scene. He accelerates, attempting to lane split. But within seconds, as he swerves sharply to avoid a car door opening, or a vehicle slightly encroaching into his path. While trying to overtake another car, the rear tire fails and he loses control, crashing hard onto the pavement. The cost of neglecting maintenance and speeding through city streets is always paid with your own skin. Don't rely on luck, rely on new tires. Fall on the flat track. The high risk of group racing on the curve. The video begins with helmet camera footage showing a group of motorcycles on a dirt oval track, flat track, likely during a race or practice session. Everything seems calm. The rider maintains high speed, closely following the pack as they prepare to enter the banked dirt curve. But within seconds, a motorcycle ahead loses control and crashes. The filming rider, with no time or space to react, hits the fallen bike and rider, getting thrown to the ground in a chain reaction crash. In competition, speed can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Reaction time is the fine line between standing on the podium and lying on the dirt. Double risk. Collision with a cyclist in a chaotic urban intersection. The video begins with helmet camera footage of a motorcyclist riding through a busy urban street, full of cars, motorcycles, and pedestrians under daylight. Everything seems calm. The rider moves slowly along a two-way street, weaving between pedestrians, stopped cars, and vehicles entering the lane amid disorganized and chaotic traffic. But within seconds, as he avoids a group of pedestrians and a cyclist riding the wrong way, a second cyclist suddenly appears from the right, crossing the street and crashing directly into the motorcycle, knocking the rider to the ground. In chaos, where everyone ignores the rules, your only defense is minimum speed. In confusion, a watchful eye means nothing if your speed steals your reaction time.